welcome back to another episode of Wandering Photography. You know, I think we're on episode 32 now. I kind of can't believe it, to be honest. I've actually been doing YouTube for over a year now. Or, well, I say doing YouTube as if it's fancy, I'm just making videos. But I really enjoy it, which is clear from the fact that I've continued posting one video every week since I started in November last year, so that's really cool. I just enjoy making the videos, so it's nice to share them with you, and it's just kind of become part of my routine now, I guess. Yeah, bit of a creative outlet, I suppose. Today we are at Cyril Hart Arboretum in the Forest of Dean. Not too much of a drive. It is, however, 2:20 and I think the sun sets at 4. So there's a little bit of light, not loads. I also have no idea where I'm going. I'm just looking because the leaves are all on the path and not on the path, so I don't know where the path is. Yeah, there's a bit of light coming through here. It's actually shining quite nicely on that bench. Excuse me while I go and take a photo. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bench here that's literally right in the stream of light coming through the trees there. It's really nice. So I've just taken my first photo, quick snap. Sometimes things just pop out at you and you have to do it before the moment is gone. What were we talking about? We were talking about what I'm going to do. Yes, there's not very long until the sun sets, so it's just going to be a little bit of a wander. But I just love the weather at this time of year. It's about 6 degrees. When you're in the sun, it's really warm, but you still got a bit of a chill breeze, which is nice. I've literally just got the one lens today, the 18-55mm, and my normal D3500 Nikon. So yeah, I've not been to the Arboretum before here, so I don't really know what to expect. So still looking at that bench with the sunshine. Bit messy now, too many other things. So I've not been here before. Just gonna have a wander and see what we can find, and hopefully find our way back out before it gets dark. This tree is enormous. Look at the texture. It's kind of soft. You know, I'm thinking there might be something here with the two either side, and I like how it goes from the red down into these darks. And then you've got the middle one as a point of interest. You might even crop it so that you haven't got any of the distractions on the side. They kind of frame the image, and do a portrait just in there. And then I might try and do a close-up of the texture of the bark, because that is just amazing. I'm just trying to make sure, because if I go too high, you got the sky in the background here, and it's just going to be completely blown out, completely white. So we're just going to try and keep it angled down a bit more so I can get rid of that. And if I go too far left, you get the same again on this right hand side. So the problem is I kind of want this centered, but if I do get it completely in the center, then I get all that white space. So I'm going to purposefully make it slightly off center. Oh, is my battery going to die? I did not bring a spare one. Oh, I like that. So if you look up, I don't know if you can see what I'm seeing, because you've got all the branches splaying out, but there is like quite a neat red line all the way up the tree, which is quite cool. We turned the camera off because I'm not taking any pictures and I need to save battery. Can you see the little mushrooms and the ferns on this trunk? I actually quite like that as a close-up. Literally just like that. I just need to be a bit careful to get all the ferns in and not coming out the edges of the image. Right, well, we have a new challenge now, which is one lens and limited battery life. So that's all I'm going to take. You know what? I even checked my camera before I left. I was like, right, have I got my SD card in there? Because I'll always forget my SD card, and I'm only taking my camera, I'm not taking my camera bag. So I need to make sure I've got my SD card in there. My battery's in there. Yes, my battery is in there. But does it have any charge, Gemma? That is the question. Anyone else make this mistake? It's just... it's so annoying. I was just looking at my maps because I was trying to work out, but I just wanted to make sure that I was going to have time to get back to the car. And I actually think that bit between the first and the second gate is the Arboretum, and that is it. I think we're now just back into the Forested. Yeah, it's a lot smaller than I thought it was. I actually quite like the shapes here. It's quite simple, but you've got these leading lines in to this middle point, and then you've got leading lines as well at the top, all converging into that point. I don't think you need any of the messy stuff on this side or on that side. It's probably another portrait shot, trying to plan it out before I turn my camera on. You think that looked better from your perspective than it looks through the camera. I don't know, when I was looking at what you're looking at, the shapes all seem quite clear. Though this does have a fisheye lens, which I think distorts the image a little bit. When I look at it through my camera, it looks really messy, and I'm not sure it really gives the shape. So you may or may not see that one. I was just walking along thinking about how much I just love ferns. There's just something really prehistoric about them. Just the shape of the leaves is really cool. I do keep trying to take photos of them, but I'm not sure any of them really do them justice. got a bit keen because I could hear the water, so I just off-roaded it. But it looks like there's actually a little path down here to a bit of water, so we're going to go the actual proper way. Oh, look at that sky. Whether I want these branches in the top or not is the question. Okay, so something I'm noticing is there is a little branch here. I kind of got the bits in the top, I quite like that, but I'm wondering whether to cut that out and just make it really simple. Just that. If you turn that upside down, yep, if you turned it upside down, it would probably look slightly better. I love reflection shots like that where it could be either way and you just don't know. You could even mess around and put it that way. There's a couple of things I always take into consideration, being somebody who often just walks on my own. One is that I track my walks on Strava. I think they now have an ability that means you can share it with other people so they can see where you are. But I more use it because it shows me where I am, and then I can see where I've been as well, so I know where the car is. And it's got a lot of the footpaths on it. So it helps if I do get slightly lost. I tend to find my way back. The other thing I try and do, not doing an amazing job of it today, but is always try and wear some bright clothing, just in case something did happen, if I twisted my ankle or I needed somebody to find me. You want to have bright clothing on just to make sure that they can spot you easily. So it's always something that I think of when I'm going out and about on my own. I don't know if you can see that, but this is going to explain the tech pad. There is a van there, and on the side of it is a Universal logo, which means they must be filming in the forest. I am just looking to see where the water is rippling, because that means that it's going to be a bit shallower and that's where the stones are, but it still looks a little bit deep. Could just go back the way I came, but that feels like giving up. So might just have to get wet feet, but it is a bit cold for wet feet. I guess the question is, how waterproof are my shoes? Is it any shallower down here? Oh no. I'm trying to work out. I think it's just cold. I don't think it's wet. My shoes are clearly more waterproof than I thought they were. That's a relief. I don't know why I get so nervous about those kind of things. I think about my brother and he would just go for it. He wouldn't have even hesitated. But I quite like this island here. Trying to see if there's a photo there or not. Right, I've just been enjoying myself and losing track of time, which is nice to do, but not when the sun's going to set. See whether the light dies before my camera. Oh, there might be a video title there. The race between the battery life and the sunset. I have to have a think about that one. Let me know if you have any ideas down in the comments of a better title than whatever it is I chose in the end. Tell the boar have been in here, rummaging around. There's just these patches where the moss just grows on the ground, and it's just, I don't know, there's just something so nice about it. I don't know if it has the same effect on camera, but because it's quite soft. Oh, there might be a little photo there. I need to try and get down low and then get these little falls in. Let's see if I have enough battery to do it. Some nice colours actually, just come out quite red and orangey autumnal, which is nice. On the last little stretch, we've made it before it is dark, which is good. I think as well, the sunset's a specific time, but you always have time after that to before it gets actually dark. Anyway, I haven't taken tons of photos, but I've taken a few that I quite like. I particularly like that reflections one. It is going to be one of my new favourites, I think. And I hope you enjoyed me on this little adventure. And hopefully I will see you again soon, either for episode 33 of Wandering Photography or for something else. I do have another idea that I think I'm going to do next, which is something quite different to this. But we'll see if I can get myself set up for it or not. Anyway, thanks for joining. Please do give the video a like if you enjoyed it. It really helps me out. And I will see you again soon. Bye!